Okay. Uh, things look good, it looks like. Yep, that looks pretty good. Alrighty. Let me just minimize OBS. Alright. Okay, so Call of Juarez Gunslinger. This is the game that I like quite a bit. It's a really fun game. Especially if you like cowboy guns and like the whole era and the like, and I do, so I like it a lot, obviously. So I figure I'm just gonna go ahead and do a new story, I guess, and just see what happens from there. I don't know how long this will go on for, maybe like a decent amount of time, I guess. If I actually like keep up streaming, which I don't even know if I will. I might, I don't know, we'll see. Actually, I need to look at my chat again. Make sure it's like... Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay. I'll just do a bit of the story, and I guess I'll just see where that goes. Or actually, no, my chat is off window still. God damn it. Why are you like this? Don't go that direction, go this direction. Just do this, and then... Okay, there we go. We're good now. Chat is actually centered and not with the half of it just hanging off the side of my monitor, because that's helpful. Alright, so, story. Gonna just do a new game plus, I think. Yes. I'm doing True West, obviously.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Well, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawman who crossed it.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
The game isn't too loud. I might turn the narration down a bit, because it seems kind of loud.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Alright, yeah, I'm gonna turn the narration down a bit. Just a little bit. Like down to like there. Should be good. Yeah, that looks fine.
Funny,
Alright.
haha? No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
That golden rifle. And I'm gonna actually, I think, lower my sensitivity a little bit. Is that better? Yeah, that's better. Alright. Okay, so this game, you got cowboy guns, you got cowboys, and you got great narration, so it's a really solid game. Let's just go ahead and get into it then, I guess.
Need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
Hell, shoot that
Oh, cool.
sumbitch!
There's only one bullet loaded in the rifle, that's neat. I should check that first.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Oh yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast. Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead. I decided to help Billy and the boys out of it. So that's just what I did.
So this game has got like a
As the governor
little
of New Mexico was paying for the kids' out.
slowdown system. That's
Garrett was
pretty
able to
awesome.
hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Slowdown system with that, you press Q and you go into like, I think it's called like kill time or something. I don't remember. It's really neat though. And really fun to use.
I knew that going through that front door meant putting my butt in a shooting gallery. So I decided to get sneaky.
So I've gotten every collectible as well, so I'm not gonna have to worry about any of those. Which is pretty nice actually, because there are a lot. And looking for them can be a pretty big pain.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut
These
off.
sumbitches running!
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there. Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed. The right position is very important. Personally, I prefer to be on top.
Oh, you do, do you?
Indeed, darling. But where was I? Oh, yeah. A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
There's a dude behind me over here? Oh yeah, there is. What's he doing back there? Alrighty.
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiots!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave, and upstairs I found Billy and Charlie
Rat
Bolton.
in a trap!
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Damn, that was loud.
Yeah, that's probably loud.
$500, dead or alive.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept
Wow, I
licking.
am awful. Alright. That was a joke.
Where the hell Garrett get to? He's missing one leg. Where'd he come from?
That's when Charlie got hit. They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
That's not what wanted to happen. That was awful too.
Too damn close. Are you kidding me? Send him to hell. Now you're really.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. They got a Gatling, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention.
Alright.
He directed that order at me, and I thought, what the hell do I have to
Those
do?
poor sons of bitches are done for.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack is joshing.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Right. Making my way past a vessel of fallen foes.
Yeah, not much talking I'm able to do,
Sounds
but
like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
lots of shooting though.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach. After the fight, maybe we could treat ourselves to some fried chicken. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star. You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
So the dueling mechanic we get into now. Nothing we're really too good at, but we'll see, I guess. The goal is like keep the circle on him as long as possible, and then keep your hand above your gun, and draw after he does, like that.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful said? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables.
There's a lot of that in this game too. The rewinding, it's pretty entertaining. Alright.
And stepped inside, and BAM! Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
50% accuracy. Oh boy. That's good. Yeah, I'll just do a few levels, I guess. I don't know. We'll see if I even want to
So
keep
what
playing.
happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Alright, let's go.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape, too. My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Mean AS shotgun.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy?
Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer. It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing.
Nice
The
little
kids
miss.
escaped raised a huge ruckus. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Can't let the kid get away.
Yeah, let's go shotgun. Give me that ranger too. Steam message.
Anybody see him?
Get this out. Alright, time to just run.
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks where I could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. And suddenly, I was a fugitive.
So that bastard you were after, what did he do?
Oh, whoops.
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment.
Alright, give me 1 second. Okay, back to the game.
You! But hell, if they weren't all waiting for me. Apparently, some of them thought I was Billy.
You hooligans can go to hell.
He's in town somewhere.
Oh, there it is.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color. I was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean
Really? Did that
shotgun.
just happen? Okay, accuracy. That's something. Was I not like aiming directly at his head or something? I'm pretty sure I was.
They're shooting in the street!
Oh, even me to do that.
I'll find your headstone!
There's children here.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in Lincoln wanted to put me in the ground. I knew I needed to find a horse. Though I never did have a great fondness for those four-legged grass eaters.
Who does? Fuck
Smelly,
horses.
sweaty, ungrateful beasts. We prize them too high, if you ask me.
Yeah, so I got a skill for the shotgun where during like the slowdown I can just fire it infinitely, which is pretty nice.
Sounds going to hell in a handbasket.
That's probably one of the reasons to use a
Where
double-barreled
was the
shotgun.
kid
It's just
while
fun
you
as
were
shit.
busy getting shot at?
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
Take him!
Oh, it's always so slow at these two.
You know, respect for decency?
Nope.
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out
Oh,
of
is it
town.
middle mouse? Yeah, it's middle mouse. Oh, hi. And you had
I knew if I
dynamite
made
too.
it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
That was nice. Hey, zoom in
Because
the shotgun.
everybody in Lincoln would
Yeah.
be dead?
No, because they all thought I was Billy. And all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down. He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play them.
Ouch.
On yourselves! How did he get away? I got this!
Are they behind me now, or am I just shooting from up front, I guess? Yeah, this revolver's pretty powerful and can penetrate cover pretty nicely too, so that's pretty awesome. Did I really not hit that guy's head?
I'm putting you down!
Am I like not aiming directly at it? Like, am my eyes messed up or something?
Time to die!
Poor guy.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Billy didn't kill Bob.
Well, sure he did. Dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. "Hello, Bob," I said. "I think you better let me go." And he says, "I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun." So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself. I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well, Lincoln got a mite depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Rurales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
It's giving us a surprisingly large amount of truth amongst all the fiction, which is kind of nice. That the collectibles in this game are called the Nuggets of Truth, which where it's just like little stories about locations, people, events, like whatever. They're actually just true. And they have pictures of them too, which is kind of nice. You can see like what the game characters are based off of. The main character's
So was
fictional,
the
though.
bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Sawed off, or I'm gonna keep the 6-shooter, I think. Yeah, this game also has the mash R to reload faster, which is like one of my favorite mechanics in the game. I love when it's there. Not in too many games, but like when it's there, it's really nice. Like in Alan Wake, it's got it.
I came
In
upon them robbing a stagecoach.
Wolfenstein: The Old Blood was there, and in this game too. So all good games that have it.
The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
I really not. Okay, wow, alright. How bad am I? Oh, there it is.
Moments later, the attackers were dead. And I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads, making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches? What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. But I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks. I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge.
It was a bit of a
To get to
pain.
Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first. Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo. Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
So basically, like, what happens there is, like, your ammo ticks down just for, like, effect, I guess. Except since I'm on the True West mode, which hides the HUD, you don't actually see that, so it's kind of goofy,
Finally,
I guess.
they managed to corner me. Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim.
Oh, and I'm dead. Alright, first death. Hopefully, not too many deaths. But this part is just really annoying to get past because they just don't stop. And you have no cover. The little like sound, like the digga sound, that's my focus being refilled, which happens when you score a bunch of kills.
Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
And let's just run like hell.
Stand and fight, coward! I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me. Bullets were whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there
Out of
wouldn't
bullets,
be
okay.
if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this? I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I was going. And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven, I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. Bat Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good, and he would know. And imagine my surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator. Time for the hunted to become the hunter. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. And the old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Why am I walking left? Okay. That was... what? I didn't press A. I was pressing D. Okay, I'm just walking left. Yeah, you can do that too after you. Yeah, well, that's a cool death. I got killed because my fucking A key got stuck, I guess. That's neato. That's really neato. I forgot, yeah, I also have a skill, or a perk, I guess, whatever the hell you want to call it. Whenever I enter the focus, I have my guns reloaded, which is pretty nice to have.
It was finally time for that old man to pay for his sins.
Cranky.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come. But I knew I could not let that deter me.
To admire the nice
Not if I
looking
was to find and kill Ringo.
weapons.
I needed to get that old man off that gun. Damn, I gotta reload.
So corny. You figure like the boy with the Gatling gun is like fired without reloading, but you know, who's counting?
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon. But it was just me.
Aw, damn it.
I don't know how you lived this long.
Okay, that's an invincible head. Next time.
Would you just lie?
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive and told Ike and Billy Clanton that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
Right. Is that all of chapter 2? I think there's more than that. Yeah, just this one. I think it's the last one for 2. It's a pretty short game, which is kind of sad. It's maybe like 6-7 hours of campaign. Because it's a really fun and good campaign. It's just, yeah, I wish there was more of it.
A few weeks after that dust-up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Golden rifle, and the silver shotgun's one of my favorites. It's just a beautiful looking weapon, like just looks so nice.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep. They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Earp's coming!
Get ready, boys.
I think we're in trouble.
You're definitely in trouble. Are you shooting? Okay. Like, it's just, you know, relaxing, shooting into a log. I like that. I could even see that bullet.
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge.
Nice sprint. There we go. Sprint, no crouch.
So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Is that one of Wyatt's boys?
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Oh yeah. That's the shit I like.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas. That's how the Cowboys identified each other. And I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Really? A worse shot than I
But I
thought.
wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
They're fine.
I hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cat.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him. Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That Lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He was just being loyal to a friend.
Is that what you call it? Being loyal? Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
The thing that kind of bothers me with the door-barreled shotgun in this game is that it has hammers, but you don't use them. Like, why put the hammers on? They just get knocked back. It's like that's not how it works. That triggers me so intensely. Just leave the triggers off. Or not the triggers, the hammers. My bad.
Now, where was I?
Taking down the entire cowboy gang single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Whatever.
I think we got his hander up.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
I don't have good cover. There's a lot of dudes down there. Yeah, that was a good toss.
Yeah, you know you can't beat me. You ain't beating me, boy.
Boy.
That asshole just killed Red. There he is. He has it coming.
Oh fuck.
Damn it.
Did not want to do that. How much do I have left? 3? Alright, that's more than enough actually.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Quite an impressive operation indeed. No, not this way. Up here. Yeah, there we go.
And where was Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that, Ben. Patience. I'm painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal clear stream that led to a verdant valley that was truly...
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
Well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
This is a nice looking game. It's like kind of old, but I think it looks pretty great. I like it.
Curly Bill, Johnny Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard, and I followed after.
There he is.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me out in the open.
Time to dance with the devil. Send you to kill me?
Erp. Erp, erp, erp. I'm gonna read some interesting stuff. Reading about the OK Corral shootout. It's actually pretty interesting.
Make him pay for that.
Oh fuck, that sucks. God damn it. Did not think there would be a guy behind me while I was reloading. It's cool. There you are.
Did you see that?
Focusing. And none of those bullets hit him. Cool. So cool. Nope, nope, not what I want. Get in cover. Ugh. Oh, come on, I was behind that. Fucking hell. Ugh. Probably pretty better off with a rifle, but whatever. It's over there. That's probably one of the more annoying boss fights. Oh god. Well, that's probably gonna result in death. Not quite. Come on, show me your head.
You're dead. You asshole.
You asshole. Oh, and there he is. Alright. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, come on, idiot. Do it better.
Are you saying they ran? Cowardice was not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
No, sir. I never said they were running scared. They just wanted me on the open. You working for Wyatt Earp? Is that bitch Earp send you to kill me? Hey, be right here if you need me. Make him pay for that! Let's do this!
Really nice, miss all of those? Fucking hell.
Kill you like I killed War! Why is he still standing? Oh, wanna play hide and seek?
Yeah, there we go. That's one way to do it.
Brocious gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
That is one way to do it.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
To this day, his killer is still unknown.
Indeed. Took me a few months before I finally tracked his ass to West Turkey Creek Canyon.
We're just right into it again.
That's incredible, sir. I always thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
Not quite too slow. Nope. Right in the armpit. That's a fatal
Sorry I had
wound.
to ruin the legend for you, boy. But the legend ain't always true.
Alright, here we
Doc
go.
Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Pretty bad speed, but good focus, I guess. Alright. And next one, chapter 3 now, I think.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
There we go, the plumber chapter.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
I wonder how many frames I've dropped so far. Hopefully not too many. I don't want to tab out during a loading screen, though the game might crash on me.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant. And hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick.
Alright, I'm gonna look at my drop frames. Wow, 0 drop frames? That's pretty awesome.
Price on his head.
Surprising, but I mean, I'll
Plummer
take it.
rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape. And that's where I thought I'd find him.
Sensitivity's a little bit fucked again. My mouse has really been weird lately. Maybe it's just getting old or something, I guess. I think that's too much, I guess. Let me turn it down some more. I have DPI buttons to control it on my mouse, but it's just been feeling really weird lately. Alright. This will be a rifleman up here, I'm pretty sure, just chilling. I'm gonna go slap his shit. Gonna sneak up on him.
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder.
Why would you be nervous? No one has the cojones to come after us. As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine.
Yeah, besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his. Nothing gets past him.
That rifle of his. Good accent, I like it.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men, but Samuel Colt made them equal.
Poor guy. I'm gonna do something fancy, I think. Or try to, at least. Yeah, if we're low by guns, it'd be a good idea. Oh, I don't actually have enough, fucking power to do that. Boink.
Who the hell is that then?
Don't let him get a shot off!
Who's saying that? Wait, did... I guess they did. Those guys said that. Alright. That's neat. They have any ammo on them? Boo.
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments.
So you can shoot dynamite out of the air, which
Like
is
those
pretty
that
nice.
ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings.
I think you can shoot your own dynamite out of the air
Charlie
too,
Crow,
but that's
the blacksmith.
a little harder.
James, who worked in the stable.
Let me try it.
Sam and Jeremiah
I'm just gonna
Barker,
avoid that one.
butcher's son.
And die.
Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
The Rangers look really nice. I think it's the Colt Dragoon, or it might be the 1851. I don't remember what model these are, but they're That's kind of cool. I like the way that looks. But I mean, yeah, it's a nice looking revolver, to say the least.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War. Stone cold killers trained
like
on the bloody fields of
sensitive,
Shiloh
whatever.
and Tito.
Whatever,
Palmer
it's
had
fine.
a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other.
That's good enough.
He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach. Dangerous, desperate individuals.
I'd say
I was
bullets.
outnumbered and in
Oh.
way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was touched. Or had some kind of death wish, seeing as there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere. I thought I was some kind of hero.
Alright. Ready for action?
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out. I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision, I knew there was no turning back. So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal. I saw an entrance. Made sense. It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
The whole dodging mechanic is pretty awesome too. I like it quite a bit. Okay, am I not like aiming for his leg? I'm gonna pop his leg until he dies. Here we go.
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around. And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst of it. Some of those shafts could be as deep as hell. A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Oblivion. Like that.
You must be about out of bullets.
And I guess I must be. Oh look, bullets. What the hell? Why did Diablo 3 get highlighted? What? Something on my desktop got highlighted because I'm playing in windowed mode. That's
Quick
interesting.
reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to kingdom come.
Yeah, no shotgun down here.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at.
I like that spurt of blood. That was satisfactory.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
Yep.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane. It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it. Instead, I spotted a ladder, a way into the mine from the opposite side.
Very nice. There's a few. I think there's like maybe like. Well,
It was
I don't know.
a long
That might
way
be
around,
the
but
only
that
scripted
approach
death. I'm
seemed
not
more
sure
sensible
actually.
at the time. Of course, being I had a problem with heights, that scaffolding scared the bejesus out of me. Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man can dodge a damn bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder. I was determined not to give up, however. As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character. When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob. And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
Oh, I love it. Solid.
But first, I would have to make a choice. Take the elevator or climb the ladder.
Tactical cowboy action. Alright, I'm taking the elevator. I'm lazy.
I picked the more convenient and more dangerous route.
Oh, that's nice. Fucking stupid guys. I don't think I've been missing so
Plummer
much at
was a
point
mad
blank.
dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City? Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Right, well, he was the sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here nor there. The point was, taking him down would save a lot of lives, including my own.
The one bullet I fired. A rifle would probably be better for this. I don't think I have a rifle though, so that's unfortunate. Yep, shotgun time, I guess. I'll just spam TNT then. Scalawag, oh man. A spicy title. Ugh.
They're gonna bury you! Well, in a million days! It's just getting worse and worse for you, ain't it?
Henry Plummer was clearly unhinged, and I could see right away that this was gonna take some doing.
I'm going all medieval on your ass. This cocksucker is smarter than he looks. I can shoot too!
Dynamite time?
You can shoot, but can you aim? Nice shot! Bet you can't do it again! I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this cocksucker out!
I use cocksucker a lot. I don't think they like curse much worse beyond that, although. Oh, boys.
Son of a bitch! This is gonna hurt! Get out here! Show off! Look at shot! You ain't taking me!
Oh, fuck. Ugh. What in tarnation? Alright. Hide. Run, boom.
They're gonna need a dustpan to pick you up! Ah! He's pissing me off! What do you want to
I need health. I need health. Okay.
I got a lot more dynamite than you! I'm going all medieval on your ass! Why don't you just join the circus?
said you could throw dynamite!
Put that moron out of here, too.
What do you think you're doing? You kill me, or I kill you!
Beef him!
What's this, you son of a bitch?
Oh, not now. There we go. That worked out.
That's how Henry Plummer died. Him and his crew were worth their weight in gold. And now, I was officially a bounty hunter.
Right, very nice.
So, did you finally go after that Bob feller?
Well, I heard word he was in Kansas with John Wesley Hardin. So that's where I went.
Where in Kansas?
Abilene. Why do you ask, Ben?
No reason.
Was Hardin as fast as Ringo?
Ringo was fast, but John Wesley was as fast as the devil himself.
He's a pretty fun figure too, John Wesley Hardin. Really neat.
Hell, he killed his first man at 15. From that day forward, he had a price on his head and wouldn't back down for nobody, not even Wild Bill Hickok himself.
How long have I been going for? I wonder, probably like an hour-ish. Yeah, hour, 7 minutes. Alright, let's keep going.
I dodged death many a time, and that night in Abilene was no different.
He's out of his mind. There he is.
I was there with the intention of finding that bastard Bob and collecting the bounty on John Wesley.
Fuck. Who? Where? What? Why? When? How?
I thought the Texas Rangers got Hardin.
Yeah, that's what they want you to believe.
God damn you!
And the quick shooter, like, shoots quick, reloads quick. It's pretty nice, but, it lacks the range. It's got a very, very tiny range and tiny damage.
I'm putting you down.
You really...
It was
okay.
holding a witch's tit and a brass bra that night as I fought my way past his loyal compadres.
Yeah, that's another thing that triggers me is the, hammer. See the hammer just not move? Isn't that neat? That looks really glitchy. You can see his trigger pull, that's kinda nice, I guess. Alright, that's enough of that.
To the very same saloon we're sitting in today.
Oh, yeah, I had one bullet in the other gun. Alright.
Look around and imagine this place painted in blood. Hardin was waiting for me, and... Wait, I'm jumping the gun here. Let me back up and give you some background on this sumbitch. He deserves that much. Don't you think so, Ben? John Wesley Hardin was a killer. By the end, he confessed to taking the lives of 42 men. Fathers and husbands, brothers and sons, men with families who cared about them. Families who put up money in hopes of finding justice.
Going rifle 6-shooter this time, I think.
He was a bona fide folk
See how that
hero
works
by
out.
then, and had amassed a gang of armed miscreants and other assorted thugs. He and his men set up camp outside of town, and I was hoping Bob was among them.
Shit, it's cold out here.
freezing the giblets off. God damn it!
Shoot that son of a bitch!
That went a bit further than I expected.
They knew. As most of them were wanted as well. I figured Hardin was here somewhere, but to get to him, I'd have to get past his gun hands. And that was easier said than done, as most of them were as foolish and full of bravado as I was. I had to spill a lot of blood to find out Hardin wasn't in that camp. He was carousing in town with his closest friends. Hardin's boys apparently didn't want me to reach the Bull's Head. Some were hightailing it into town to inform their jefe of my unwelcomed presence.
I'm gonna shoot you dead!
Tell Hardin someone's coming for him.
That's what I like to see.
That son of a bitch!
Let the boys know we got another law dog.
Yeah, there's no actual enemies. Well, now there are. Rule the day.
I wondered if Bob was among them. And I steeled myself for the fight ahead. For as good as I was, deep down I wondered if John Wesley wasn't just a little bit better.
He definitely is, because he's John Wesley Hardin.
Before I could test my mettle against Hardin, however, I would first need to dispatch his cadre of hired killers. Most of these degenerates were beyond redemption, but John Wesley might have been a different story. I didn't learn until later that that night was in fact his birthday celebration.
Oof. Yeah, I don't know what that reload is. It's like the speed reload, but it looks kind of really stupid. Where did he go? What? What? I guess I can't shoot through those barrels. Cool. Pistol. Missile. Yeah.
I think I already mentioned that I found Hardin in this very saloon.
I'm gonna be sneaky here too. Real sneaky.
Better hide!
What? What? Okay. Okay. Whatever. And, yeah.
Suffice it to say, nobody there was happy to see me.
I wish I had a double barrel for that. That'd have been rambunctious.
In fact, I felt a certain hostility. I was disappointed that neither Bob nor John Wesley were among the dead. But that was short-lived.
What?
As a moment
What's
later,
going on down
I was
there?
facing down the fastest gun in the West.
Where's my gun? Okay. Nice invisible gun. I like that. It's a quality gun.
I felt a bolt of adrenaline. Or maybe that was fear. He was well known for his tricks, and I knew I'd need my own if I was ever to defeat him.
Defeat him. Boy.
That man was faster than greased lightning. But being inebriated as he was, he didn't count his shots. And now, he was at my mercy.
So he didn't die?
No, I sent him to prison. Years later, after he was free, some restless avenger took his life. Shot him in the back in a saloon just like this one. Anybody up for another beer? Ben?
Very nice.
Thank you, darling. Yeah, some say revenge is a dish best served cold.
So whatever happened to that Bob guy you were after?
Personally, I'd like to hear some of your other adventures. Like, I don't know, did you ever go toe-to-toe with a red man?
The Red Man.
Yes, I did. I remember once I was after this renegade Apache, Grey Wolf. Strangely enough, revenge was also his primary motivation.
Gonna be shooting some Indians pretty soon. I can't do a very good hick voice. I can try, but I can't do a good one. I guess I'll show off a little bit of the skills, because, like, why not? They're pretty fun.
A bounty was put on Grey Wolf's head, and that's how I came to hunt him in the mountains. Mountains so high they tickled the nether regions of heaven.
Lovely.
Grey Wolf was a Chiricahua Apache medicine man who had led a war party in revenge for a massacre against his people. The U.S. Army had attacked his tribe during his daughter's sacred sunrise ceremony, and the slaughter was unspeakable. I understood his anger, as there's nothing more traumatic than seeing those you love die in a cruel and painful death.
I'm gonna turn that down again some more. No, not video. Like... like there, I guess. Alright. Yeah, that's probably fine. It's probably been too loud, but I don't care. Alright, anyway, so guns, skills. So we got dueling revolvers, which is pretty cool. You got ammo, sprint reload. One look for like the neater ones. I think it's like, yeah, cold blood is pretty cool. You have more. Yeah, it's called concentration, not focus. That lasts longer, and that's pretty sweet. The longer you go, the more the damage. Reach 6 and you regain all your focus. That's pretty nice. Some shotgun ones are pretty awesome. Like, yeah, you get more concentration for close range blasting. I think it's the Devil Shotgun. That's the one that I like a lot. Yeah, Devil Shotgun. You can just fire. Yeah, you can just fire shotguns infinitely during concentration, which is pretty fucking awesome. Sixth Sense is pretty nice too. You can see enemies off screen, like the little fist icons or whatever. And then for this, you get like just reload speed. Dynamite stuff is kind of like whatever to me. Executioner is pretty cool though. So it's faster aiming. Executioner, you just hold down the concentration button, which is Q, and you can just do some quick headshots and execute people. Kind of like High Noon, I guess, if you can relate it to that somewhat. I'll probably try and show that off some more, I guess. It's a pretty cool skill. But I kind of like just shooting them on my own. It feels kind of better that way.
Right from the beginning, I couldn't shake the feeling that Grey Wolf was watching my every move. He led a band of young Apache warriors who wanted retribution and were more than willing to die for him.
It's a pretty looking area too. This whole game is just pretty looking. Such a good game. Are you okay? Are you a turkey vulture? Yeah, I just killed a turkey vulture. Well, rest in peace.
They saw me before I saw them.
Oh yeah, they did. Whoa. I felt worse about killing the turkey vulture than I do, you know, countless people.
And it crossed my mind that maybe this wasn't such a good idea. But now that the shooting had started, there was no backing down.
Hi. Ranger, now I'm gonna keep my 6-shooter and my rifle. That was nice. I like that one. That one less so. Arm shot. That's full focus again.
It was rugged country, the winter home of the Chiricahuas. And that's why they had retreated there. I admit to having some regrets about going after them the way I did. But then again, I got a lot of those.
Listen to everyone. Hardy har 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 har. Another one? Oh, I wanted more of the slick little animation you get after you kill people and don't move. Aw.
Did you find Grey Wolf?
Not at that moment, but I did find the entrance to their hideout.
Miss, miss, miss. I haven't even fired my second gun yet. And again, we get that.
A deep crevice that led to a deeper cave.
Don't tell me you went in there.
Yeah, but it's not out of bravery so much as pure, angry cussedness.
Cussedness. Sheesh.
See, back then, I had a stubborn streak a mile wide, and I wasn't about to back down.
So it was like pitch black in there?
Actually, it was pretty well lit, as they had torches on the wall.
There is the animation a whole bunch, because I use the rifle a lot when I have it. It's so much fucking fun to use.
How big was his cave?
Big as hell, Ben. Chiricahua had hid out there during the Indian Wars.
Want him to blow smoke off the barrel.
They thought it was haunted with the ghosts of those murdered by the horse soldiers.
The cave was haunted with dead Indian ghosts?
Keyword, they thought.
To be honest, I was more concerned with the live ones than the dead ones.
Oh, cool. I couldn't fucking see because the tab screen was covering up my fucking prompt. Neat. Well, you know what? Whatever. Who wants a fucking what are they called? A QTE? Let's just shoot instead. Okay. Okay. There it is. Blow that shit and spit it. I love that crap.
How come you know so much about engines?
A few years back, I was married to 2 Mescalero women.
At the same time?
Yeah, they were sisters. Polygyny is traditional among the Mescalero.
So what happened?
Oh, I had to get out of there. Those girls never shut up. Both of them nagging at me all the time. Drove me half crazy. Haven't seen them since.
No, I mean, what happened with Grey Wolf?
Oh, well, I pursued him into the Cave of Death.
Cave of Death. Alright.
I came upon this flooded grotto, and that's when I saw him. He came to me unarmed and unafraid. His voice echoed in the shadows, and I sensed he meant me no harm.
You carry great darkness in your heart, and if you do not release it, it will claim your soul.
The sound of his voice put some kind of ancient Indian spell on me. As his story unfolded in my mind,
You will come to this place again and kill many more men, and the darkness will grow until it consumes everything that you are. The soul would have no rainbow if the eye had no tears.
he said I was a great warrior, a coyote man, unequaled by any other pale-faced warrior.
Wow, can I like stop
or something
missing?
like that.
The snakes will bite shadows of your past until a venom poisons your heart, and an echo of the song of the dead summons the spirits deep from within the mountains.
I didn't quite get what he was saying, but there was definitely snakes. And indeed, his warriors surrounded me and attacked me like hungry wolverines. They couldn't stop me, though, and Grey Wolf wasn't in the mood for idle talk.
Counting bullets is pretty fun. One of my favorite things to do in Alan Wake was the revolver was to be counting bullets. Because I knew the exact amount of bullets it would take to kill like any Taken. I think I forgot them pretty much as of now. I think it was maybe like 8 for a regular Taken, maybe something like that. I don't remember on nightmare difficulty. I mean, yeah, I don't remember actually.
I swear I couldn't see any way out of this trap. But suddenly, one just appeared. Kind of like a miracle.
Kinda like a miracle.
I felt like I would be lost in that damn cave forever. Finally, I found myself back outside, perched on the edge of a precipice, overlooking a thundering white water river.
Oh, okay, well. Yeah, can't jump when you're mid-air. That's nice. Let me just there we go. Be careful on these fucking
I
stupid
chased
jumps.
after him, determined to make him explain the meaning of all that mumbo-jumbo.
Mumbo Jumbo's right. Are you making this all up as you go?
A few details may be fuzzy, brother, but I am
Oh my
relating
god.
exactly what happened.
Fucking seriously? Okay. Good work. Solid gameplay. Oh god, fucking idiot.
There were dozens of Apache warriors aiming at me from on high.
Dozens?
Well, maybe not dozens, but there was a lot of them.
At least 3 or 4.
Well, more than that, little lady.
Oh god. It's like a wrong turn in Albuquerque. That's a joke that I bet no one that watches this would understand.
Climb up creek
Even
ahead of
me.
and scrambled up
Oh.
those rocks like a mountain goat. I was determined to locate Grey Wolf and find out exactly what the hell he was trying to tell me.
I don't know how the fuck I didn't see that guy. I have amazing eyesight.
And wouldn't you know it, that crafty son of a bitch led me right into a trap.
What kind of trap?
Well, son, there had to be at least 100 Apaches surrounding me.
100?
God be my witness.
Oh, come on. Who you kidding?
Hey, I believe you. Come on, tell us how it
Is that my
ended.
finger there?
All right, but I'm not gonna drag this out. Where were we?
You were surrounded by 100 Apache warriors.
Well, I didn't take the time to count them exactly, but there were a lot of them.
Oh god. Needs reticles. I don't. Alright. Yeah, this is the executioner skill, by the way. Pretty fun.
And in the end, a path appeared before me that I had not seen before. I followed it as I desperately needed to find out what Grey Wolf was trying to tell me. But it was like that son of a bitch disappeared into thin air. Never did find him. And never did collect my goddamn bounty.
Chapter 6 already. I'm burned
Thank
through
you,
these pretty
darling.
quick.
It's interesting how the truth can sometimes seem might malleable, depending upon your point of view.
Like how those dime novels make you out to be something you're not?
Jack, don't be starting trouble.
No, he's right. They do tend to exaggerate.
Did they exaggerate your part in taking down the Daltons?
The Daltons.
Well, I was there in the flesh, boy, so I saw what happened firsthand. Those Daltons were lawmen once, before they all went bad, robbing banks and trains clear across the territory. Until Coffeeville, of course. I was one of the citizens who took up arms that day.
Fighting on the side of the riot?
I did my best, sir. We all did.
That's actually a real picture of the dead brothers. With, like, you know, some editing for the characters, but yeah, that was actually them after they all got fucking, you know, killed a little bit.
It was early morning. One of my friends was a local gunsmith, and he handed out firearms to anybody who'd take one. You see, the Daltons got it in their heads to rob 2 banks at the same time. 2 banks on the same damn street.
The Daltons robbed 2 banks in the same city on the same day. Not
Story
the
was
best
Bob
plan.
Dalton's girl was always riding him about how he had no ambition. Oh, you're nobody next to Jesse James, she'd say. Finally, the bastard took his brothers to Coffeeville just to shut her up.
Right. It's always the woman's fault.
I mean, it is.
Well, the locals recognized the Daltons right off. Before they could get away, half the town took up arms to defend their property. Their first mistake was pulling a job in their own damn hometown. The boys grew up in Coffeeville, so everybody knew them. The bank teller tricked them, telling them the time lock on the safe wouldn't open till 9:30. Well, that gave the locals enough time to prepare an ambush for those sons of bitches.
Alright, well, let's do this shit. I got 2 barrels. Probably gonna fire 8 shots. Let's just see. Yeah, I got like a 3rd shell just stuck in there. Don't worry about it. Oh, this will be pretty fun. Yeah, let's go.
The brothers paid dearly for their stupidity. But everybody knows they had it coming.
There's more to it than that. I read all about that day, so I know for a fact that it went down very differently. First of all, it was high noon. A posse of U.S. deputy marshals were on the rooftop across the street.
Get ready, boys. They're gonna make a move.
The lawmen had been tracking the Daltons for months, and now they finally had them dead to rights. Among them was a bounty hunter feared by many a lawbreaker. This man had no intention of letting the Daltons slip away. They met an adversary that day who had no fear and offered them no quarter. The marshals tried to get the Daltons to surrender.
They'll give up eventually. We just gotta wait the son of a bitches out.
This bounty hunter knew that the brothers were far too proud to ever lay down their guns. So he went in there alone to confront those criminals. One of the marshals shouted, "Where are you going? Are you crazy?"
Hey, where do you think you're going, dumbass? That rifle's mine.
But he paid him no mind. He saw a way to get around to the back of the bank. Then he figured out how to hit the Daltons from a direction they weren't expecting. A moment later, he was climbing up a steep ladder, laughing at danger as he did.
Laughing at danger.
It was brave men like him who risked their lives to tame this wild country.
Big boom. Alright, well, are we ready? Boys and girls, boys and burls? Yeah. Alright, let's roll.
We've got company.
Heroic men like him, who did what other men couldn't or wouldn't to make this country free.
Definitely enjoy using the double barrel more than, well, I don't know.
Son of a bitch!
Oh, cool, I could even hear who was talking, because double talking, and I was talking too, so, you know, just hear nothing instead.
Come out, you yellow bastard!
Skill. Skill shooting right there, take notes. Oh, you down there, huh? Dead man. That's gonna hurt.
Brother, I'm gonna make you pay for that. Hide, you ill-livered son of a bitch.
Over there!
Alright, let's go.
That's Silas Greaves.
What the hell?
Blam! Blam! He came away
Oh.
victorious,
You okay?
taking down those thieving Daltons.
Alright, let's do it this way this time. Yeah, single pistols. More fashionable. Alright. Oh, well. If I didn't miss it, a lot cooler.
Silas Greaves. And when the dust finally settled, he was the last man standing.
Sorry, kid, but that just wasn't the way it happened. It was early evening, not high noon.
It's the same story 3 times. Just told differently.
I was late
like
to the
it.
party and Coffeyville was already up in arms. The Daltons blew up a safe, and we're all set to hightail it out of there. Those pathetic deputies surrounding the bank were dropping like flies.
Emmett Bob and Grat Dalton.
I had been tracking those jokers for months, waiting for them to do something reckless.
Smoke that son of a bitch.
And finally, they did. Those stupid bastards decided to rob 2 banks at the same time in the same town where everybody knew them. But they still had friends in Coffeyville.
Oh, it's good. Go ahead.
I really wasted my bullets there, guy. Solid deputy work.
Hey, we got us an eagle.
What's holes in them? Those friends came after me like a pack of wild dogs, tooth and nail. They were coming at me from all directions. I caught sight of the Daltons running with the money and didn't want to lose them. Problem was, they knew the town better than I did. And to top it off, I found myself in the middle of another shootout entirely.
Did the Daltons hole up in somebody's house?
No, it was the Smiths, I believe. They were cousins of the Daltons. And they were shooting at the Browns, who were shooting at the Daltons. Which wasn't any surprise, because those two families have been feuding forever. And since the Joneses are related to the Browns, they shot at the Smiths, pissing off the Heimhoffers, whose daughter recently married a Smith. Well, bullets were flying every which way as all the old feuds in Kansas caught fire all at once. There was a hell of a lot of pissed off people in Coffeyville that day.
That was an instant death, oh boy. Try that again.
He can't stand against the thumb. Get those boys. Shoot him down. They ain't getting away with this. Come on, we gotta get out of here. I think they know who we are. Her stupid idea was this. Get around me.
God damn.
But that's just the way life is sometimes. Shit happens.
Shit happens. I don't know if they say fuck in this game. They might, I don't know. Does this house look familiar, maybe? I don't know. You guys? It looks familiar? Ah. No, definitely not a reused asset or anything, right? Nah, that's definitely not the case. I mean, why build a second house? Come on, just use the same house from before. The player won't notice.
The Dalton boys knew I would never give up. Those Daltons weren't the sharpest knives in the drawer, but they always stood together. They set a trap to slow me down and allow at least two of them to escape. The third brother stayed behind to plant me, just in case that trap of theirs didn't work.
Alright, we're good. We're not dying to gigantic lodge. Drilling out of hell today. And let's go.
It was Emmett, the youngest, and he decided to stand his ground and face me down.
I ain't afraid of you, Silas Greaves. This is where it ends for you.
He was determined to protect his brothers.
All right.
I understood how he felt. Taking me on all by his lonesome wasn't exactly a recipe for a long life.
Gonna send you to the bone orchard.
Jesus. You take a beating.
You ain't getting by me, Greaves.
Emmett Dalton survived the robbery in Coffeyville. He's the only Dalton who did.
They say he was shot 23 times.
Well, Dwight, who do you think put all those damn holes in him?
That's actually true. He got shot 23 times and was the only survivor.
I have to admit, that boy had grit.
Okay, let's keep going.
We'll get those suckers.
It took me a couple of days to track the Daltons down.
They can't get away with this!
And in that time, a whole posse of local vigilantes offered to lend a hand.
We'll track him to the ends of the earth.
They seemed as determined as me to find those outlaws. But as we headed into those swamps, it was like I had my own private army. There was no way those boys were getting away this time.
So hard to pick between the double-barreled shotgun and the lever action. They're both such gorgeous weapons, but I think double barrel usually wins for me. It's just too fun not to use.
It was early fall, right? Beautiful time of year. At least you had the weather on your side.
Not by my recollection. It was damp and foggy as hell. It was tough to stay on a true course, so we kept an eye out for landmarks.
Those are some textures. Oh man, this is on the highest settings too. Those are some nice textures. Wow. I mean, that looks fine, but like where's the why is the contrast so fucking huge between these two? Looks terrible.
It was autumn.
This is
Maple trees were in full color, red as blood.
Is that one fine? Yeah, that's all okay. I guess I never actually looked at the ribbons close enough.
So the whole area was flooded. The vigilantes had spread out wide, and pretty soon I couldn't see anybody.
Bury them in the swamp! Plant them where they stand!
Except for some bitches ahead of me wanting to do me harm. So I had to face them alone.
Oh, you're there.
I wondered why my compatriots didn't come running when they heard the shots.
How did you survive all those other shots? Well, that guy's just, down in one. There we go. It will spin. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I have the wrong pistol. That's why I kept missing. Where's my... I thought I had a ranger, though. Didn't I have a ranger? Didn't I have a ranger? Am I stupid? Give me the quick shooter, I guess. Yeah, I thought I had a ranger. Guess I didn't. Alrighty. We're gonna buy the quick shooter now, which also looks pretty spicy. Got a little eagle on the side. Nice looking gun.
So did you find the Daltons?
Not yet, but I did have the questionable pleasure of meeting a few of their friends.
Is that it? Alright, guess
The
that's
boys
it.
had established quite a reputation by that time, so they attracted all manner of riffraff to their cause.
Give me that ranger. Watch me. Oh god. Oh god. I walked right into that fucking bullet.
I'm gonna blow your damn head off.
And my reinforcements was nowhere to be seen. Point being, I was under serious attack.
That was a cheeky shot. I didn't think that would be able to actually pop him through this. I like it. Oh hey, we're already in action. Shoot that. Shoot that. Shoot that. Oh, he's covered behind an explosive barrel. I'm not doing that. Alright, good. Thought I might.
But luckily, a barn materialized as if right before my eyes. I scrambled up top to get a better view.
Golden rifle, ornate sawed-off. Nah. The sawed-off's pretty trash just because the double barrel is better in every way. Got way more range. Looks nicer.
Just ended up falling inside.
So, how did you get out?
The barn doors was open. About right then, I saw some suspicious characters running for the bushes. Of course, I followed them. But that goddamn swamp was like a goddamn maze, and pretty soon I had no goddamn idea where I was. Steve? So I just started walking, and pretty soon Steve? Steve?
Huh? Oh, no, I'm listening.
Indians surrounded me from all sides.
Oh, cool looking little... Definitely not buggy at all. Oh, okay, that was the wrong way to dodge. Fuck. Stump to protect me.
Indians?
They were Indians.
No. I just wanted to make sure Steve was paying attention. Now, where was I?
Luckily they just vanish.
You were following the Daltons through a swamp?
That's right. See, Steve? Dwight's paying attention.
Oh, I'm listening. I was just resting my eyes.
So, where was I?
The Daltons.
Right. See, there's a reason so many outlaw gangs are made up of brothers. Being a brother is a very sacred thing. It's a bond like no other.
Bounty hunters! Stop that, son bitch! There he is!
So did you ever find the damn Daltons?
Not yet, but I did find a few of their cousins. You Kansans breed like rabbits. More Smiths or Heimhoffers or who knows what. But hell, what's more important than family? I bet Ben knows what I'm talking about.
I don't know where he is.
Can't beat us all!
Oh, come on, do the spin. I want to see it. Oh, come on, do the spin. Fuck. Oh god. No spin. Feels bad.
What are you gonna do?
This. What are you gonna do? Oh shit. Another one. Shit. Yeah, I'd rather just blow them up than actually deal with the shield guys. Oh, come on, do the fucking thing. I'm doing good work. Just show it to me. I want to see that shit at least once with the dual engraved rangers. Oh god. That was a painful one. Use me? Okay.
Yeah, you know you can't.
Oh, I killed him. Wow, that's ass. I want my fucking thing to get consumed. And that thing is that whenever you're like you die and you have that charge, you can just do the dodge and then get back to kill him.
I knew those Dalton boys were out there somewhere, standing together against anyone who would threaten them.
Well, shotgun for a shotgun, yeah, that sounds like a good course of action.
And that's when I saw it. A goddamn steamboat.
A steamboat in a swamp?
Yeah, Steve, but this wasn't much more than a wreck, really.
But how'd a damn steamboat end up in the swamps?
Yes, it floated off during the flood of '89.
Now, was it a stern wheeler or a side wheeler?
What? Does that really make a difference, Steve? It was a steamboat with a goddamn army on board. It was in that a fusillade of bullets come raining down from our house. And those vigilantes who accompanied me weren't anywhere to be found. But among those men that were shooting at me, I thought I saw some familiar faces.
Alright. Boat time. Delayed explosion time.
Somewhere up there, the Daltons were waiting on me.
Time for close quarters action.
Sounds like you don't give up too easy.
That's the kind of man I am, Ben. I set out to do something. I do it. Surrender just ain't in my nature. Plus, I'm stubborn as hell.
I'm not sure what like triggers that fully. Need to figure that out at some point. That'd probably be a good idea. Not that, I guess. Whatever. Nope. Going this way.
Right about then, much to my relief, the vigilantes finally arrived. Their leader motioned at a cabin in the middle of the top deck, pointing me directly at the Daltons. I finally had them, after months of dogged pursuit. But it turned out that they had me.
Take him out! I'm sending you to hell!
The Daltons had played me like a fiddle.
Like a damn fiddle!
Apparently the vigilantes were on their damn payroll. They didn't just want to shoot me. They wanted to burn me alive. But finding my way out of a burning labyrinth proved to be quite a challenge.
It was a riverboat, right? I mean, it's not like it was a goddamn ocean liner.
Well, yeah, but I was in a
Did you
fight.
hear about that ship that's gonna launch next year? Largest one in the world.
You're talking about the Titanic. If you ask me, it's too blessed big. I don't think it'll even float.
So anyway...
Don't be stupid, Steve. They know what they're doing. They say that the Titanic is unsinkable.
Oh, God.
But getting back to that steamboat, how'd you get off it, Mr. Greaves?
I took in a lot of smoke that day, so I admit my recollection might be a bit hazy. But somehow I managed to finally disembark. It was time to settle this once and for all.
And Gatling gun. Hooray. My favorite. Kinda hard without a reticle though, because you gotta like hope that you hit shit. Like, oh god.
Bob and Grat weren't about to come at me one at a time. They were in this together. Two brothers side by side, determined to take me down. Confident that this time the odds were on their side. They got it wrong. A sad end for those two. If they'd only known that Emmett was still alive despite his wounds. Paroled 14 years later, he moved to California and sold real estate and lived off the legend of that fateful day. And the tragic death of his two brothers.
Actually, it's pretty interesting that Emmett Dalton.
My own brothers died tragically as well, truth be told. It was 1868, and me and my older brothers were pulling a tidy profit running cattle into Juarez, Mexico. One night after my brothers retired for the evening, I found a little poker game in a cantina with a couple of cowboys. And I just couldn't lose. I even won an old Spanish coin that had to be 100 years old. Well, I was mighty pleased with myself the next morning as my brothers and I rode for Texas. But before we crossed the border, those cowboys caught up with us. It was Johnny Ringo, Roscoe Bob Bryant, and another asshole named Jim. They wanted their money back and everything else we had, including our lives, as those boys didn't want us coming for them later. Bob put that old Spanish coin in my mouth and said, "I won't have it said that I left you with nothing, boy." Well, those horses bolted, and there we hung as those bastards rode away. The branch finally snapped under the weight of the three of us, but being my older brothers were bigger and heavier, they were already dead. And right then I swore to myself that I would avenge them. Ringo you know about. But Bob eluded me, until I heard he was riding with the Wild Bunch.
Tragic story. Fake, but still tragic. And now we're on the fun part, and the really fun part, rather, because this whole game is a fun part, but trains. They get more classic than fucking trains.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the Sundance Kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking, Roscoe Bob Bryant.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed me down. Besides, I wanted Bryant all to myself. I'd heard about a large shipment of gold being transported to Wilcox, Wyoming on the Overland Flyer. I figured the Wild Bunch would likely hit such a treasure, and by God, I figured right. They blew the bridge with the intention of forcing the train to stop.
They
Well,
did
I assumed the Wild Bunch
that.
was likely in the still intact part of the train high above. I was determined to make that sumbitch Bob pay for what he did to my brothers.
cinematic.
I found the device they used to blow the tracks, so I knew I was headed in the right direction.
My ears are still ringing from blowing up that bridge.
What'd you say?
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass out of there. I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados.
Oh yeah.
Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day.
Keep going.
As I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death. Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could.
Ouch.
At times, it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I couldn't get the throw off in time. Fuck. Alright, we're good. I'm gonna stop after this mission.
The law would show up and give me a hand.
You mean like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read about? Did they come riding in, guns a-blazing to help?
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome, as usual.
As usual.
Who the hell is that? He's out of his mind! Take cover! Retreat! Retreat!
Okay. There's one hammer down, but I couldn't load any more shells. That's neat. It's really neato. Oh, they're all dead.
Everybody! Hell's a coming. Kill us all! Ready for a
God, the shotgun skill is so ridiculous for this.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few stragglers were left. I had to cut them down pronto if I was going to stay on old Bob's trail. Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Oh, damn it. I had to fail a duel sooner or later. Alright. I'm not focused enough. Oh, never mind.
On that very same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that.
So with the Wild Bunch, I think there's a couple more missions in this chapter, and I'll do both of them, I guess. Because this game is just so much fun. Alright.
I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
Let's keep going shotgun. I'm enjoying shotgun. Take it slow a little bit, actually. That moon looks kinda ridiculously huge. I don't think that's right.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting at me?
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down.
Even if you fire a warning shot, it doesn't matter. I've done that before, and it just does the same voice line. Pew. I love that old classic ricochet sound effect. It's great. He's
Old
fine.
Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts. And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports. Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the Wild Bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5.
85 to 5, that's a usual margin of error.
Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
What the hell?
Oh.
But the Wild Bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Guess there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Come on, peek me.
If we don't kill him, the kid'll kill us.
So, what happened then?
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
I like this rag doll. That's nice.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it a bit, but then I noticed a footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope.
Real cowboy shooting ropes.
You'll die for this, you hear me?
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually, there was a fourth charge impeding my progress. Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Did none of those hit him?
I'm gonna blow your damn head off. You're gonna have to...
I guess they all hit his shoulder or something. Alrighty. Whatever.
Drunk with blood! He's waiting to attack in a room full of rocking chairs!
Are you not dead? No, okay. Those are feet, not a head.
So I proceeded onward and realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
I like it. Fucking poor bastard. Alright, still moving.
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it.
If I can move, that'd be great. Oh wait.
The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer. I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore.
Kill that SOB! Make him bleed! Send him to perdition!
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they found me.
He's crazier than Kid Curry asked me! Nuttier than a damn fruitcake!
Probably nuttier than a fruitcake. Okay, I can't hit them from this distance.
Murder that bastard!
Can't see shit. Am I like missing something here?
Catch him in the
Okay, there we go. Shots just
Just when
weren't
I
hitting
thought
their
things
mark.
couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Pretty unglamorous little screen there for poor Kid Curry. Oh, there's dudes right next to me. Thanks. Shh. I like that though.
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down.
Did I just actually
met
die?
Kid Curry himself.
Am I dead or okay? I'm dead. All right, cool, coolio.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Oh, fucking hell. What do you want? Alright. I need this done pretty soon.
That smells like a dog! Are you kidding me? God damn it, I need some help here! Come on, boys! Take this subbitch out!
Eventually, I brought that
Okay,
tunnel down.
yeah.
And that's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had
A lot easier
decided
when you
to
don't
stop
split it up.
pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
This is good!
As fast as he was, I was just a bit faster.
Even though I wasn't.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him. Those were his last words.
Right. Probably the last mission I'm gonna do right now, I think. Maybe.
So,
We'll see.
Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Yeah, I'm gonna stop now. Jesse James is also a fun one too.
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday.
40 grand from then to now. Such a huge difference. Alright, so I'm gonna put this up and then quit right after this.
I confronted them as they were robbing a train.
Alright. Try to leave it on like a climactic point here. Not really, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop playing for now, so if you stop by, thank you, and I will see you next time.